Oh my God, go!
I have a fear of birds.
Well, that would make anyone afraid. Why are they so loud and circling our heads?
Hey everyone, I'm Deanna Corby with Deanna Corby Dressage. I'm a dressage trainer, instructor, competition judge, and USDF bronze medalist. Thanks so much for joining me today, and if it is your first day here, welcome to my equestrian YouTube channel. Be sure to look just below this video and you will see a red subscribe button. Click that button and you will be subscribed to my channel where I release new content every Tuesday and Thursday. I mainly focus on horse training tips, rider position tips, and product reviews. Today I want to talk to you guys about gadgets. Whether they be side reins, draw reins, martingales, I don't know. There's a million different types of gadgets available to us, and they all are a little bit different, but with the same sort of idea of providing an aid for training. A lot of people think that all gadgets are a terrible thing and that you should learn to ride your horse and train your horse without gadgets. And I think there is a lot of value in saying that, but I don't 100% agree. I think that some training aids are okay for different reasons, and that you need to be sensitive to the fact that every horse is an individual, and that every horse has their own baggage, maybe, history, difficulties, and strengths. The gadgets or the training aids that I like to use are side reins. And when you use side reins safely, they can encourage your horse to develop top line strength, back strength, and show and learn how to be round. It can also serve as a way to lunge your horse in a better way so that they're not just doing cardio. Of course, you need to be educated enough to use side reins, and your horse needs to be educated enough to know what side reins are all about. I made a video a while ago about how to use side reins safely, and if you haven't seen it, I'll be sure and put up a card so that you can check that out. So I like using side reins, and yes, they are technically a gadget, I guess. And I also like using, for my beginner students who are riding my more advanced horses, I like sometimes using a German martingale. So a German martingale is a way to, it's sort of like training wheels for the rider. And I like the German martingale because it can serve absolutely no purpose if your reins are not short enough. If you just have your reins long and you're riding on the buckle. There's plenty of give and leeway in the German martingale, and your horse is not tied down in any sort of fixed position. In reality, yes, it would be best if the rider learned how to ride and how to ask your horse, the horse to travel in balance without ever using a martingale. But in reality, though, 95% of riders are not going to be able to take consistent, everyday, 5 times a day lessons in that strong of a training program. So it's really hard to learn how to ask your horse to be round and to develop good training if you only ride once in a while. So for my riders that are only riding once in a while, and they're not doing a lunge lesson, which is what I mostly try and do with my riders who ride sporadically, if they want to try and feel what it's like to ask a horse to be round, sometimes I will use a German martingale so that they can sort of have training wheels on, and also so that my horse doesn't develop bad habits and isn't traveling around like a giraffe and isn't learning, you know, bad things while the rider's trying to learn for themselves. So yeah, I like side reins, and I like a German martingale. I know, like I said, every horse is an individual, and you would maybe need to look at different training aids, but I don't think that all gadgets are bad. If you're going to say that riding, using gadgets to train a horse is bad, then you are going to be riding without a saddle, you're going to be riding without a bridle, without reins, without a bit. You're just going to be riding bareback with no halter, because that's technically a gadget, no neck rope, nothing. And if you do that, wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So that's great. But that's not for every rider, that's not for every horse, depending on your goals. So I think saying that all gadgets are bad is a little bit over the top. I think that the best thing you can do is just try and educate yourself as much as possible to do as good of a job as you can for your horse. Education is key, and the more you learn, the better you get, and the more experience you get, the more you'll know. And so yeah, that's my spiel about gadgets. If you guys like this video, be sure and click the thumbs up, be sure and subscribe, and don't forget to share this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!